Hi there, welcome to my channel and welcome back to Beachface Island. It's been a little over 2 weeks since Dom the sheep has moved in, so with Animal Crossing's trend of a villager asking to move out at approximately about every 15 days or so, that means it's time for me to go on another rare villager hunt. So with that said, I learned my lesson the other 3 or 4 times that I made these videos, so I bought 10 Nook Miles tickets this time, so I'll be taking it 10 at a time. Fortunately, yet unfortunately, the villager who asked to move away this time was Sprinkle the Penguin. But it's not that big of a loss to me because I do have her amiibo card, so if I ever miss her too much, I can always have her move back in. But I think I've hit my Peppy villager limit, and at one point my island had 4 Peppies, but now it's down to 2, and I'm okay with that. So as we start this villager hunt, don't mind these Animal Crossing transition screens because after this first encounter I'll be editing the rest out so we don't have to sit through these Dodo airline animations over and over again. So with my previous rare villager hunt videos, I have this common trend where I get pretty decent villagers during my first or second encounters, and right on cue I can see him already. I see Sprocket, and I've always enjoyed the villagers that weren't truly animals, so they're kind of just random robots, or even Stitches, who's actually a teddy bear. So I've always liked these weird novelty villagers. So it happened again. I always put myself in a bit of a dilemma on whether or not I should have chosen that first or second villager, but with having 10 Nook Mile tickets at a time, asking a villager to move in during my first encounter kind of seems like a waste to me, and I'm constantly in this fight with myself and often regret not picking this first villager, which in this case is Sprocket. I tend to kick myself in the butt later because with every rare villager hunt, you're gonna encounter some unwanted villagers, usually really ugly ones. And at those points, I get discouraged and I'll regret this later, but I'm gonna say no to Sprocket. And my apologies to Sprocket fans out there, but I already have 2 villagers who are jocks on my island, so that made this decision a little bit easier, and that's why it was a no. But with everything said, I usually get good villagers near the double digits, so fingers crossed that my trend continues and I get a cool villager in the double digit numbers. And here's Billy the Goat, or Billy Goat, and I think he's actually pretty cool, but still, number 2, and I really want to see who else is out there, so we're going to continue our villager hunt. And I think they're just making me visit islands with a bunch of jock villagers today, so that made that decision really easy, because I could only imagine having 3 jock villagers just talking about abs and triceps all day. You know, it's really flattering when they compliment you, but you know in real life that ain't true, so anyway, I'm just gonna move on to island number 3, and fingers crossed, let's see if it's somebody cool. I want to see somebody I've never encountered before. And oh, it's Kabuki. One of my good friends actually has or had Kabuki on their island, and I haven't been to their island in a while, so I'm not sure if they still have them, but I think there's only room for 1 cranky villager on my island, and that's Octavian, so I'm gonna have to make this a quick no. But Kabuki's such a cool looking character. But with that said, I have an attachment to Octavian, and he's the only cranky villager for me. So from this point on, until Octavian leaves my island, I don't think I'll be taking in any more cranky villagers. And I'll say no to Kabuki, but you are a cool looking character, so good luck wherever you end up. And as I approach the island, finally, Money Rock Island. So for those of you who are new to my villager hunt videos, I encountered the villagers, and then after that I do some mining for resources, getting wood, rocks, iron, or whatever it is. So that's all done off camera, so you guys won't get bored just watching me do those weird things. But here's Groucho. I've actually always liked Groucho, but Sugarberry Smash is watching me do this right now as I go villager hunting, and she actually brought up that I do have his amiibo card, so it kind of would be a waste to use a villager hunt or a rare villager hunt on one of my amiibo card characters, and this would completely contradict what I just said earlier about cranky villagers and how Octavian is the only one that's going to live on my island for now. And if I got Groucho, that would have just made me look like a liar. So let's move on to number 5. And I love how that just zoomed in when I said no to myself. Anyway, I don't know who this is actually. It looks like a goat villager wearing Felicity's dress, so I'm gonna say no from that part already because only Felicity can wear that dress. So this is Nan or Nan? Nan or Nan, I don't know how to pronounce it, so if you know, let me know in the comments below. Do it phonetically for me so I can get educated for a second. But based off her dialogue, I think you're a normal villager, And as of now, the only normal villager on my island is Meringue, and I think if you have to be a normal villager that moves onto my island, you have to be extremely cute, almost like Marina status cute. So let's just hope that we encounter someone cool. But you are copying everything I'm doing right now, and I love it. Sometimes it's really hard to get villagers to copy things that you do, especially if you're a stranger to them. So let's just do a few more actions or reactions and let's see if she copies them. I'm just having such a good time doing this right now. Okay, sorry. Moving on to the next island. Here's island number 6. And I can just see a trend already occurring that they're going to give me villager personalities in pairs, because I had 2 jocks followed by 2 crankies. And there you go. Here's 2 normals followed by Melba right here. And I've had Melba on my island in New Leaf. And I've mentioned this. I do have a big collection of Animal Crossing amiibo cards. And Melba is another one that I own. So I can actually move her in any time. So it would be another waste to have Melba move in when I can use this villager hunt to get somebody I don't have or somebody very rare. So Melba's awesome. And I may have never noticed this before, but do normal villagers just tend to copy the player and reactions and all those things? Because 2 for 2, this one's copying my reactions as well too. So if you're more fond of normal villagers on Animal Crossing, let me know down in the comments below if normal villagers tend to copy you more, because that's very interesting to me. So we're going to move on to island number 7, and I wonder if the trend in pairs is going to continue, because it's been 6 islands so far and I've had 2 of each personalities. So I'm wondering if it's going to continue. And who are you? I've never met you before. Unfortunately, I'm not a fan of the eagle characters, and I think you look pretty awesome. Amelia, I always get her messages in a bottle on my beach. So I'm assuming it's going to be based off of Amelia Earhart, because she's an eagle and she flies. But anyway, so she's actually a cool looking eagle, but I said this like 3 times already. I am not a fan of eagle characters. And Amelia, you can blame Avery for that. I had Avery New Leaf, and he made me hate every single eagle character in this game. So, I just hate saying his name. And freaking A, what the heck? What are the odds of that? The next character being Avery. So I guess it's continue in pairs in some weird way with 2 eagle characters one after another. Man, this game just likes listening to you, huh? And here is island number 9, and I can see from far away it looks like Puddles. Yeah, here's Puddles the frog. So I was having a conversation with Sugarberry Smash a while back about frog villagers, and Puddles came up, and she said something that tainted Puddles in my mind forever. She said Puddles looks like she was sunburnt. Like she had sunglasses on and some chapstick or whatever's protecting her lips, and she was protected in those spots, but everywhere else was sunburnt. And that's why I made my character laugh right there, because I just remember that, and that was just the funniest thing. So Puddles is tainted forever to me. So Puddles, you are officially the sunburnt frog. And just like that, you can burn through 10 Nook Miles Island tickets that quickly. So here's island number 10, and from far away I can already tell it's Phil. So he's one of the ostrich villagers, and I told myself if there was a short list of characters that I would want today, it would either be Judy or Flora, which is another ostrich character that actually looks like a flamingo. So sorry Phil, as elegant as you look, I don't think I can have another smug villager, because Marshall causes a lot of trouble with the personality types on my island, and I can only imagine having 2 of y'all on there just causing havoc. And here's island number 11, and man, just like the eagle characters, I've never liked the hippo characters. And you know, a big reason for that is a lot of this from New Leaf, and I had Biff on my island, and from that point on I've just despised every hippo character in Animal Crossing. So Rocco, you had no chance from the start. Here's island number 12, and I don't think I've seen this island yet today, so they're giving me a nice variety. I'm surprised I haven't come across a bamboo island or the trash island. Is this a trash island? Anyway, so here's number 12, and I can see that she's a small villager from the back. There she is. I actually don't know who you are, and I have a pretty good catalog of villagers in my head. And you are Gloria the Duck, obviously, but from your dialogue I can tell that you're a snooty villager, and I don't think I can have more than 1 snooty villager on my island, so Diana is the only snooty for me. And if you want to watch that villager hunt video where I actually get Diana, click the card above, and that is my shameless plug for the day. But we're going to move on to island number 13, so let's hope it's someone good. I have seen this island a few times today, and it's been hit or miss. I think this is where Melba was, and nope, not going to take Louie. Sorry, Louie, you just don't belong on Beach Face Island, even though you do have a beach face. But here is number 14. So we're getting halfway to my second stack. Next will be number 15, if you know how to count. So number 14, Allie. I've actually encountered you before in one of my villager hunt videos. But I have an indifference to the alligator characters, and the only one that I think is actually pretty cool lives on Sugarberry Smash's island, and that's Drago. So if you're not familiar with Drago, look up Drago on the interwebs and you'll get a good laugh at what kind of villager that is. And finally, the 3-tier island. This is where I get some of my best villagers. Ah, yes, let's use at the very, very top. I can see pink already, so that's already a good sign. And yes, it's Marina. Man, I mentioned this earlier that if I were to choose a normal villager to move in, they would have to be at Marina's level of cuteness or Marina's tier of awesomeness. And here she is. So I actually have Marina now, and this is a freaking no-brainer right here that I have to have Marina move on to my island, despite the fact that I know two people who are very close to me, one being Sugarberry Smash and the other being my cousin, whose islands I visit frequently, and they both have Marina. So just add me to the club, because I have Octavian on my island, and I also own Zucker's amiibo card. So if I wanted, I could have all 3 octopuses, octopi. How do you say octopus plural? Anyway, I could have all 3 of the octopus villagers on my island. So that may just happen and be featured in a video later on my channel. But as of right now, as of this very moment, I am so excited and happy to have Marina move on to my island. So you can see me inviting her, so she'll be on my island in about 2 days. And for my usual subscribers, you know that I've been drawing a lot of these villagers lately, especially all of the villagers who've lived on my island or are living on my island. So I'm gonna have a new custom design for Marina shortly next week, because I usually decorate the exteriors of my villagers' homes, or at least the ground in front of their doorways, with a little portrait of themselves. So kind of like how people put little easels of the pictures of the villagers in front of their homes, I do that with just a complete floor. So I make a whole new little landscape for them. And I'm excited to make Marina's, and I'll be able to share it with my cousin and Sugarberry Smash. So for this last portion, for those of you wondering, how do people get screenshots or how do people capture pictures of villagers and make them pose so nicely? Well, usually in this situation, I kind of just trap them somewhere and then I force them to look at the camera. So just listening to myself talk about that makes it sound like it's really cruel, huh? But anyway, thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, make sure to check out these others. And if you really like hanging out with me today, consider subscribing to be the first to know when I upload something new on my channel. And other than that, I hope that everybody stays safe out there. Have a good one, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.